Pirates!
The word itself conjures images of eye patches, parrots, buried treasure, and adventure on the high seas. But what if I told you that most of what we know about pirates is wrong? Today we're diving into the real world of pirates, beyond the Hollywood myths and legends, to uncover surprising truths about the life, codes, and culture of these infamous outlaws of the sea.
Stick around because by the end you'll see pirates in a whole new light.
Pirate myths versus reality. Let's start by busting some of the biggest myths about pirates. First up, eye patches. Contrary to popular belief, pirates didn't wear eye patches because they lost an eye in battle. Some historians believe they may have used them to keep one eye adjusted to darkness, allowing them to move quickly between the deck and below deck without losing sight in the dark. But in reality, there's little evidence that eye patches were common among pirates. And what about parrots and hook hands? Parrots weren't as common as we think. They were valuable trade items, often taken to be sold rather than kept as pets. The hook hand is mostly a myth too, likely stemming from pirate stories and theatre. While some pirates did lose limbs, there's no evidence that hook hands were typical replacements. Then there's the idea of X marks the spot and buried treasure. Truth is, pirates rarely buried their loot. Most of them spent their treasure quickly on supplies, food, and of course plenty of rum. The myth of buried treasure mainly comes from stories like Treasure Island and other adventure novels. The famous Jolly Roger flag, with its skull and crossbones, also wasn't universal. Pirates used unique designs, some with red flags signaling no mercy to intimidate their enemies. The Pirate Code. Next, let's talk about something few people know: the Pirate Code. Far from being chaotic criminals, pirates actually operated under their own set of rules. This code, or set of agreements, was signed by every crew member before joining the ship. The Pirate Code outlined how loot would be divided, assigned responsibilities, and even defined punishments for breaking the rules. Pirate codes usually specified equal shares of loot, with higher shares for the captain and other officers. Injured pirates were compensated. A pirate who lost an arm or leg might receive extra shares to make up for their loss. In a way, it was an early form of insurance or workers' compensation. Surprisingly, pirate codes were often more democratic than most governments of their time. Decisions were made collectively, and each pirate got an equal vote on important matters, including where to attack next and who would lead them into battle. Pirate codes also set strict rules on conduct, banning gambling, brawling, and even bringing women aboard to avoid jealousy and conflicts. These rules were essential to maintaining order in a life full of danger. Hidden treasure tales. Now let's get to one of the most exciting aspects of piracy: treasure. While the idea of buried treasure is mostly a myth, there are still some fascinating treasure stories. One such story is about the infamous pirate Captain William Kidd. Legend has it that before he was captured, Kidd buried part of his treasure on Gardiner's Island, off the coast of New York. Some of it was recovered, but much remains lost, fueling speculation about hidden pirate loot. Another intriguing tale involves Blackbeard, who was rumored to have hidden treasure along the east coast of America. Some believe he spread these rumors intentionally to keep his crew loyal and hopeful, making them believe there was a fortune waiting to be found. One confirmed treasure story is the ship Wyder Galley, which sank off the coast of Cape Cod. This ship, carrying treasure from dozens of captured vessels, was lost until its discovery in 1984. Artifacts and coins are still being recovered, offering glimpses into the riches pirates amassed and the fate that awaited many of them. Pirate life and punishments. Life on a pirate ship was anything but glamorous. Pirates endured cramped quarters, lack of fresh food and water, and harsh weather. Disease was rampant, with scurvy, dysentery, and typhus as common companions on long voyages. Pirates primarily ate hardtack, a type of hard biscuit, salted meat, and anything they could pillage. Fresh food was rare, leading to malnutrition and scurvy. They drank grog, a mixture of rum and water, to avoid contaminated water, as the alcohol killed some bacteria. And punishments were severe. For minor offenses, pirates faced flogging. For more serious crimes, they could be marooned, left on a deserted island with minimal supplies. Some pirates faced the infamous punishment of keel hauling, where they were tied to a rope, thrown overboard, and dragged under the ship's hull. This terrifying punishment often resulted in severe injuries or even death, making it one of the most feared consequences on a pirate ship. Famous pirates and their legends. Finally, let's meet some of the most famous pirates whose legends have stood the test of time. First, there's Blackbeard, real name Edward Teach. Known for his terrifying appearance, Blackbeard would tie slow-burning fuses into his beard, creating a smoky, fearsome look as he approached his enemies. He was both feared and respected, often avoiding bloodshed by intimidating his opponents into surrendering. Then we have Anne Bonny and Mary Read, two of the few female pirates who fought alongside men and became infamous for their bravery. They disguised themselves as men to join pirate crews, and both proved to be fierce fighters, even cursing at male crew members who showed cowardice. We continue with Bartholomew Roberts. Known as Black Bart, Bartholomew Roberts was one of the most successful pirates of the Golden Age, capturing over 400 ships in just 3 years. Unlike many pirates, Roberts had a reputation for discipline and strict adherence to his own code. He was fiercely religious and reportedly forbade gambling and drinking on his ship, a rare stance among pirates. Roberts was also known for his flamboyant style, often dressing in elaborate clothes and wearing a large feathered hat. His most famous act was flying a distinctive red flag with a skeleton holding an hourglass, signaling to his enemies that they'd face no mercy. Despite his strictness, Roberts was respected by his crew for his charisma and leadership, and his skill in battle made him a terror on the seas until he was killed in a British ambush. Going onward with Henry Every, often called the Pirate King, is remembered for one of the biggest heists in pirate history. In 1695, he led his ship, the Fancy, in capturing the Ganges Sawai, a treasure ship from the Mughal Empire filled with immense riches. The loot was rumored to be worth hundreds of thousands of pounds, making every one of the richest pirates of his time. Unlike most pirates, Every managed to evade capture, and his fate remains a mystery. Some say he retired quietly, while others believe he was hunted and killed. His capture of the Ganges Sawai had such a massive impact that it almost led to war between Britain and India. Every's legendary haul and mysterious end have made him a symbol of the elusive, enigmatic pirate. And of course, Captain Kidd, who started as a privateer with government support, but later turned to piracy. Initially hired to hunt pirates, Kidd later attacked the wrong ships and was labeled a pirate himself. Some historians believe he was betrayed by his crew or scapegoated by officials, leading to his capture, trial, and execution. His story shows that the line between hero and villain could blur easily in the age of piracy. Pirates have captured our imaginations for centuries, and while they weren't exactly the swashbuckling heroes we see in movies, their lives were full of adventure, danger, and codes of honor. From their unique codes to their harsh lives and famous faces, the real pirates of history were far more complex than Hollywood ever shows. So next time you think of pirates, remember there's more to their story than eye patches and treasure maps. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed learning the real story behind pirates, don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating dives into history's hidden secrets.